Hello everyone. After completing the lecture series for equation of a straight line from ICSE 10th Maths syllabus, I've come with a new chapter today, that is proportion. We are going to solve all the questions from ML Aggarwal. So let us start with the concepts of proportion and then we'll solve the questions. My name is Arpita Banerjee and you are watching Arpita classes. Let's get started. So, if suppose these numbers A, B, C and D are in proportion, we need to see what is the criteria that these four numbers A, B, C, D will be in proportion. We write this way: A is to B is equal to C is to D. Okay, if the numbers are in proportion, we write it this way. Or we can also write A is to B is equal to C is to D. Now, A is to B means A upon B should be equal to C upon D. So from here, if we cross multiply, we get A into D is equal to B into C. What is A and D? These are the extreme numbers, and what is B and C? These are the mean numbers. So we can say product of extremes is equal to product of means. So this is the criteria to be in proportion. That means if four numbers are in proportion, A, B, C, D are in proportion, then the product of the extremes should be equal to the product of the means. Okay. Also, we have some properties of proportion. I'll just write down the properties over here. Properties of proportion. The first property is known as invertendo. Invertendo. What does it mean? If A upon B is equal to C upon D, that means if A, B, C, D are in proportion, we can write A upon B is equal to C upon D. If we invert it, that means B upon A should be equal to D upon C. We inverted both sides and we get B upon A should be equal to D upon C. So this property is called as invertendo. The second property is called as alternando. So what is alternando? If A upon B is equal to C upon D, you just alter the positions of B and C. Get B that side and C here. So we get A upon C is equal to B upon D. This property is called as alternando. Okay. The third property, let me rub this part. The third property, which is called as componendo. Componendo. Let us see this property. We have A upon B is equal to C upon D. We can write A plus B upon B is equal to C plus D upon D. So what did we do? We have just added the denominator in the numerator. Okay, so A plus B upon B is equal to C plus D upon D. This is called as componendo. Next property is called as dividendo. What is this? A upon B is equal to C upon D. A, B, C, D are in proportion. So we can write A minus B upon B is equal to C minus D upon D. This is called as dividendo. Okay. And the last property, which is the most important of all, which is known as componendo dividendo together. Componendo dividendo. So what is it? If A by B is equal to C by D, We can apply componendo dividendo together on both sides. So we can write a plus b upon a minus b will be is equal to c plus d upon c minus d. This is called as componendo dividendo, which is going to be used in most of the sums. Okay. So we need to remember these 5 properties, and now while doing the sums we have to use these properties and we have to solve the sums. So let us see exercise 7.2 from ML Aggarwal. Let us start with the first sum. Let us start with the first question. Find the value of x in the following proportions. 10:35 is equal to x is to 42. So first of all we'll write 10:35 means 10 upon 35 is equal to x is to 42 means x upon 42. Now you can reduce this into the lowest term, divide it by 5, 5 to 5, 7. So we are getting 2 upon 7 is equal to x upon 42. Now after this we can cross multiply. So 7x would be equal to 2 into 42. I am not multiplying 2 into 42 because after this step when I write x is equal to 2 into 42 upon 7, 7 and 42 will get cancelled and you get the value of x as 6. Okay, so we have to find out the value of x this way. Same question 1.2, it is the same question. 3 is to x could be written as 3 upon x is equal to 24 is to 2 could be written as 24 upon 2. We can reduce this into the lowest term, 12. Now, so we are getting it after this, we are getting 3 upon x is equal to 12 upon 1. So now cross multiply, we get 12x is equal to 3, or get 12 this side, x will be 3 upon 12, that is 1 upon 4. So the value of x here is 1 upon 4 for the second question. Third one is x is to 50, which could be written as x upon 50. We put equal to here, 3 is to 2, that is 3 upon 2. Cross multiply, we get 2x is equal to 50 into 3. Therefore, x is equal to 50 into 3 upon 2. We can cancel it out. 2 ones are 2, 2 25s are 50. So, x is equal to, we get 75. So, these are initial sums, very basic sums. We need to find out the value of x this way. These questions can come for 1. The next question, 2.1, question number 2.1. Find the fourth proportional to 3, 12, 15. So, let the fourth proportional be x. When they are asking to find it out, we will consider that as x. Now, how can we write it down? If 4 numbers in proportion, we write 3 is to 12 is equal to 15 is to x. Now solve it. 3 is to 12 is 3 upon 12, 15 upon x. Reduce it into the lowest term. We are getting 1 by 4 is equal to 15 upon x. After that, cross multiply. So we get x is equal to 15 into 4. That's 60. So the fourth proportional to these numbers is 60. Next question, similarly, let the fourth proportional be x. So we write it this way, 1 is to 3, 1 by 3 is to 1 by 4 is equal to 1 by 5 is to x. Now 1 by 3 is to 1 by 4 is 1 by 3 upon 1 by 4 is equal to 1 by 5 upon x. Now let us solve this. 1 by 3 into 4 by 1 is equal to 1 by 5 into, this is x by 1 which will become 1 by x. So this is 4 upon 3 is equal to 1 by 5x. Now we can cross multiply. So it is 4 into 5x is equal to 3, or x is equal to 3 upon 4 into 5. That is 3 by 20. That means the fourth proportional here is x is equal to 3 upon 20. Let's start with the next question. Find the fourth proportional to 1.5, 2.5, 4.5. It is just like the previous sum. Let the fourth proportional be x. You can do the sum on your own and you can just check the answer. Pause the video, do the sum on your own. It is same like the previous sum. So if it is x, we can write as 1.5 is to x, and then equal to 2.5 is to 4. This is the fourth proportional. So 1.5 is to 2.5 is equal to 4.5 is to x. X is the fourth proportional. Now it means that 1.5 upon 2.5 is equal to 4.5 upon x. Now we can just remove the points. So here it will be only 15 upon 25 is equal to 45 upon 10x. I remove the point 4.5, in place of 4.5 I wrote 45 upon 10. Now reduce it into the lowest term, 5, 3, 5, 5, 5, 9 and 5, 2. So we are getting 3 upon 5 is equal to 9 upon 2x. Now we can cross multiply. So it will be 3 into 2x is equal to 5 into 9, or x is equal to 5 into 9 divided by 3 into 2. Reduce it, 3 ones, 3 threes, so it is 15 upon 2, and that will be 7.5. So the value of x is 7.5. You have to leave the answer in point because in the question the numbers are given in points, so we will leave the answer in points. Okay. Let us see the next question, same thing. Find the fourth proportional to 9.6 kg, 7.2 kg and 28.8 kg. So again you will write, let the fourth proportional be x, or any alphabet as your choice, be x. So we can write 9.6 is to 7.2 is equal to 28.8 is to x. So this means 9.6 upon 7.2 is equal to 28.8 upon x. Remove the points. Here it will be 96 upon 72, and here it will be 2288 upon 10 into x. I removed the point from here, so I took a 10 out here. Now reduce it. It will go by 12 7, 12 8 and 12 7, 12 6. And 2 4, 2 3. So it is 4 upon 3, and here also you can reduce it, or if you do not reduce it, it's okay because it is 10 out here. So let's don't reduce it. So it is coming 4 upon 3 is equal to 288 upon 10 into x. Now cross multiply. 4 into 10 into x is equal to 288 into 3. So x will be 288 into 3 upon 4 into 10. In these cases, do not multiply because things will get cancelled. You can see here, this will get cancelled, 4 7 and 4 2. So it's coming 72 into 3 by 10. I will not reduce 72 and 10 because it will be easy to divide by 10. So just multiply, 3 2s are 6 and 216 upon 10 it is. That means 21.6 kg. So the fourth proportional is 21.6 kg. Next question is to find out the third proportional. Find the third proportional to 5 and 10. So again we need to consider, let the third proportional be x. Now when you have to find out the third proportional, the second number you have to repeat 2 times. Means what? Now we are going to write it this way, 5 is to 10 will be is equal to 10 is to x. When we have to find out the third proportional, if it is x, then this number we are going to repeat 2 times. Okay. So 5 by 10 is 10 by x. Now we know 5 by 10 is equal to 10 upon x. Reduce it into the lowest term. So we are getting 1 upon 2 is equal to 10 upon x. Cross multiply, and after that we are getting x is equal to 20. So the third proportional to 5 and 10 is 20. Same thing here. Now I am not writing let the third proportional be x. I am directly doing it. You all understood. 0.24 is to 0.6 would be is equal to 0.6 is to x. Okay, now we'll write 0.24 upon 0.6, 0.6 upon x. Now let us remove the points. We need to multiply this by 100, this also by 100, or we can just do, we can write 24 upon 100 to remove this point, and here 6 upon 10, so that 10 will go up. I did it at once. If you want, you can do it into steps. 24 upon 100, so 100 comes down, and 6 upon 10, that 10 goes up. Here also it is 6 upon 10 into x. 0 and 0 cancels, 6 and 4 this is, and 10 and 10 cancels over here, 10 and 10 also gets cancelled. So you get 4 upon 1 is equal to 6 upon x. Right? Now cross multiply. It is 4x is equal to 6, or x is equal to 6 upon 4. That is 3 upon 2, which means 1.5. So we need to leave the answer here in points, because the question the numbers are given in points, so the answer will be 1.5. Come to the next one. Same thing. Rupees 3 is to rupees 12. Third proportional be x. So 3 is to 12 is equal to 12 is to x. 3 upon 12 is 12 upon x. So 3x is equal to 12 into 12, or x is equal to 12 into 12 upon 3. Reduce it into the lowest term. 3 fours are 12. So 4 into 12 is 48. So the third proportional in this case is 48. Okay, let us start with the next question. The next question is also find the third proportional to 5 whole 1 by 4 and 7. So let it be x, so it will be 5 whole 1 by 4 is to 7 will be is equal to 7 is to x. Now let us calculate this, convert it into improper fraction. 21 by 4 is to 7 is equal to 7 is to x. So we can write this as 21 by 4 divided by 7 is equal to 7 upon x. Okay. Now let us first calculate this part. This means 7 upon 1. Nothing is there means it is 1. So we can write 21 upon 4 into, in place of division we put into, and 7 upon 1 will get reversed. So it will be 1 upon 7 is equal to 7 upon x. This you reduced into the lowest term. So 3 by 4 is equal to 7 upon x. After this we have to cross multiply. So we get 3x is equal to 7 into 4, or x is equal to 28 upon 3. So x is equal to 9 whole 1 upon 3. We can keep the answer in mixed fraction, because in the question it is given in mixed fraction. So the answer is x is equal to 9 whole 1 by 3. Okay, so here we have completed with the third proportional, to find out the third proportional. Now, the next question is find out the mean proportional. Okay, now what is a mean proportional? Suppose if B is the mean proportional between A and C, So basically we can write this way: A by B is equal to B by C, that is B squared is equal to AC. This is the criteria for the mean proportional. So we need to find out the mean proportional between 5 and 80. So let us consider that to be x. Let the mean proportional be x. So we can write it 5 is to x is equal to x is to 80. That means 5 upon x is equal to x upon 80. So we get x square is equal to 5 into 80. So now x square is equal to 400. You multiply, this comes 400. So the value of x is root of 400, which will be plus minus 20. So whenever you want to take the square root of any number, it will be plus minus that. Okay. Now the answer might be given in the book only plus, but we have to take it as plus and minus, and then you can say that therefore the mean proportional is 12. So let's start with the next question, 4.2. Find the mean proportional to 1 by 12 and 1 by 75. So in all these cases we are going to consider, let the mean proportional to be x. I'm doing the 4.2 sum now. In all the cases, suppose I consider mean proportional is x, because in all the cases they are asking to find out the mean proportional. Okay, so how to write it? 1 upon 12 is to x will be is equal to x is to 1 upon 75. Now calculate this. 1 upon 12 upon x is equal to x upon 1 upon 75. Now this will be 1 upon 12. In place of division, I'll put multiplication sign, and this is x by 1, which is going to get reversed. Here x, in place of division, I'll put multiplication, and 1 by 75 will become 75 by 1. So here I get 1 upon 12x is equal to 75x upon 1, or this is 12 into 75x squared is equal to 1. I cross multiplied. Therefore, x squared is 1 upon 12 into 75. Therefore, x is root of 1 upon 12 into 75. So, let us find out the prime factors of 12. It is 2 into 2 into 3. And prime factors of 75 is 3 into 5 into 5. Okay, so these are the prime factors. So, now what it will be? X is equal to 1 upon, now from these 2, 1 2 will come out, 1 3 will come out, and 1 5 will come out. So it will be 1 upon 2 into 3 into 5. So the value of x is 1 upon 5 to the 10 into 3, that is 30, 1 upon 30. Yeah, we can keep the answer this way, because in the question you can see the numbers are given as proper fractions, so we can keep the answer in proper fraction. Okay, so this is the 4.2 question. Let us start with the next question, that is 4.3. There also they are asking to find out the mean proportional. We have to do it in the same manner. You can pause the video and do it, and then get the answer checked from here. Find the mean proportional of 8.1 and 2.5. So let it be x. So how do we write 8.1 is to x is equal to x is to 2.5. So 8.1 upon x is equal to x upon 2.5. Directly you can cross multiply. It will be x square is equal to 8.1 into 2.5. So x square is equal to, let me remove the point because it might be difficult for you with the calculation with the points. I always prefer calculation with fraction. So I have removed the point. So x square is equal to, I get 81 into 25 divided by 10 into 10. And x is equal to under root 81 into 25 divided by 10 into 10. So the square root of 81 is 9, the square root of 25 is 5, and the square root of 100 is 10. So x is equal to 5 into 9 upon 10. So that is x is equal to 45 upon 10. Therefore the value of x is equal to 4.5. We need to keep the answer in point, because if you see the question, the numbers are given in points. So the answer will be 4.5. This is the 4.3 question, 4.3. Now the next question, that is 4.4. This is the last question where you have to find out the mean proportion. Then we will move on to next type of questions. Okay, so this is your 4.4. Again you consider the mean proportional to be x. So we can write a minus b is to x is equal to x is to a square minus a square b. Now, this means a minus b upon x is equal to x upon a square minus a square b. Cross multiply, you get x square is equal to a minus b into a square minus a square b. So, from here, a minus b, and I can take a square common. So, it will be, I think this should be a cube b, a cube minus a square b, this should be. There is some mistake over here. It should be a cube minus a square b. Yes. So let us see this. Now if I take a square common from here, it will be a minus b. So I am getting x square is equal to a square into a minus b the whole square. X square is equal to a square into a minus b into a minus b is a minus b the whole square. Therefore x would be a square whole into a minus b the whole square under root of it. From here I get x is equal to a whole into a minus b. You can keep the answer this way, or you can multiply and write a square minus ab. So the value of the main proportional here is a square minus ab. So in today's lecture we have seen the basic concept of proportion, and we did the sums where we have found out the value of x, and then the fourth proportional, third proportional, and main proportional. In the next video, we are going to do the sums from question number, I guess it should be 5.1. So stay tuned and thank you so much.